Okay, what I have here is the sun, and once again, visibility, professional development, having a lot of things that you want out of your professional life. Okay, and a lot of it has to do with this. This is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is about understanding, okay, for an air sign such as yourself. I feel like air signs are really much about expanding their knowledge, expanding their mind, expanding their intelligence, okay? Everything that you do, like recreational reading, you want it to serve a purpose, to educate you, to expose you to what's happening around the world, for example. The movies that you watch. You know, you want a movie that is not just, cars blowing up and houses blowing up. You want a movie with substance. You want something that will teach you either something about the world, something about human nature, or even something about, human potential or what humans are capable of, even in dire situation. And so I feel as if there's a work situation here that encompasses all of these things that you have long desired. Okay? And I feel that in this environment, you feel like it's a perfect fit. This is such a happy looking goat. Okay? It's forward looking, happy about the future, optimistic, thinking about all the potential, all the possibilities. And it's proving to be really good and very stable, and especially very exciting. And I feel for many of you, you have found yourself in this situation. And the greatest part is, Aquarius, it came to you. Okay? So I feel like for many of you, you're embarking on a new phase. Okay? You might have been that hobo under that tree, taking a little bit of a rest away from life and thinking about, what's my next step? What will bring me emotional satisfaction? What will make me really happy right now? So what I'm seeing in this spread is, finances is looking really good. Your professional development is on point. And so I feel for many of you, there's this mix of like perfect contentment and then also looking around, scanning the horizon and trying to figure out what's the next step? What's the next adventure that I can, get my feet wet with? What's the next opportunity for me? What is the natural progression? Okay. For some of you too, I do sense this is in a relationship type of a situation where you are finding somebody that is like a really good fit for you. Okay. I feel like they understand your quirks. They're probably just as eccentric and as quirky as you are. And I also feel like there's enough here where the other person is like eccentric, quirky, different from you. But then I also feel like it's a very, very good match. Okay. And so I have here so many cards that indicate to me, a lot of emotional fulfillment. And then I'm also sensing a lot of, I see this warmth that's radiating from these cards. So I feel that it is going to be a very passionate month. Okay. Let me talk about this. First of all, the person that you feel is the right fit. I have here the Six of Cups and the Two of Cups. Okay. I love these cards. So the Six of Cups is like that childhood innocence, okay? That sense of adventure, that sense of exploration and puppy love. Like when you meet somebody for the very first time, you get the butterflies in your stomach, right? And you can just like catch a glimpse of them once, like just a glimpse of them in the day, or they can just send you a text. And you feel like this flutters of butterfly in your stomach, in the pit of your stomach. And that feeling lasts all day. It's like that puppy love, infatuation, and etc. And then we have the Two of Cups, which is a kindred soul connection that we have with another person. This is about stability, trust. And it takes a great deal of trust for anybody to end up in this position with another, like a significant other. Okay? The Two of Cups is about friendship, having a lot of mutual respect for one another. And at the same time, like, even if you're very different, I feel like on a foundational level, in some fundamental way, you understand each other. You don't have to over-explain. Even if you argue, you can, agree to disagree. You can make it up to the other person. You don't stay mad at them for so long. They don't stay mad at you for too long. And so even despite your ideological differences, I feel that you're able to open yourself up and be warm and cuddly with this person. So I feel like there's somebody here that has really melted that icy exterior for an Aquarius. It's somebody who you put a lot of faith in, you have a lot of trust in, and the relationship is built on a lot of respect and, mutual affection, okay? It's not about just loving somebody. It's about liking the other person, liking their kindness, liking the little things about them, knowing that they are a really good person and really falling for somebody because they are a good soul. It's like loving somebody's soul because it's kind, it's gentle. I feel for many of you, you have somebody in your midst who's really sweet. Like they're very kind. I'm feeling here like it's like you're putty in their hands. You can act sweet, you can act cute, you don't have to I guess like you can be silly around them, or you don't even need to take yourself too seriously around them. You can let your guard down. You know that they're soft and cuddly, like they would never do anything to hurt you. You don't have to watch yourself around them. You don't have to question ulterior motives. You don't have to, put your guard up. So I feel like you're with somebody who you understand on a very deep soul intuitive level. And this relationship has a lot of protection around it. Even if you get mad, you won't stay mad for too long. Even if there are misunderstandings, the both of you are patient enough and enlightened enough to want to, hash things out. Coupled with the Six of Cups, this is a soul connection that is, from the past, okay? I usually see these two cards, if they appear in tandem, it's a situation where two people, can really, it's like you can just meet somebody and you feel like you've known them a lifetime. It's because you have shared many lifetimes together in the past. And so your soul recognizes each other and everything feels very comfortable. Okay. So I almost look at the cards like this. It's like, look at who we can become in the future, or look at what we can become in the future. So I feel like for many of you, you're planning a life together with another person. You're trying to work out the logistics of how things are going to work. How are our families going to get along? Where are we going to live? Are we living with your in-laws or my in-laws? Are we taking in are we getting a puppy? Are we having children? There's a lot of planning here about the logistics of, living together, working together, getting married, getting engaged, moving in together, buying property together. So like there is a huge escalation here when it comes to your emotional life. And with Aquarius people, independence is something that you really crave, okay? You want to be able to come and go as you please. You like to be able to, have your freedom and not have to be accountable for anybody, not have to wait on people, especially because we're not super patient, right? If we want to, for example, switch our jobs and move from one city to the next, we don't really want to have to take anybody into account because I feel like it slows us down a little bit. And can be a little bit frustrating having to work out, and coordinate with other people. It can get frustrating. But I do feel there is a person here in your life that you don't mind doing these things with. So once upon a time, it might have just been, kind of like, oh, I'll do it on my timeline, or, whatever tickles my fancy, I'll go for it. Okay. In this moment in time, I do feel that your outlook literally looking up. Your outlook is a little bit different. You're no longer that lone wolf, okay? Or that you're no longer like, you're finding yourself part of a herd, okay? Where you're willing to compromise and you're willing to make sacrifices. And I do feel for many of you, this is a union. And then for others of you, this is like being a team player where you could be in a work environment and you're starting to see how your contributions affect the whole. And you want it to be not only harmonious, you want it to be productive. And so I feel that you're finding an environment that you can really thrive in. You're finding green pasture for you to graze, okay? You're finding like stepping stones. I'm hearing stepping stones here because goats, they like to climb mountains. So this is almost like stepping stones on the side of that cliff or that crevice that will allow you to, you know, jump from one crevice to the next so that you can reach the sun. So this is huge escalation when it comes to your personal and professional endeavor, and huge, huge leaps as well when it comes to your emotional life. What I have here is the Ace of Cups, okay? And when I said huge leaps when it comes to your emotional life, what I mean is this. We have here the King of Swords, okay? This is your energy, Aquarius. And this is, I like to look at this reading, okay? Logic and justice, okay? The thing about this person is the way they approach love and relationships, okay? They're very logical. They're very methodical. They like fairness. They like reciprocity, okay? And as a king energy, okay, the king beckons the peasants to come to him, right? To pay tribute, to pay homage, to pay dues, right? The king doesn't venture out, right? And so this is all about self-protection, okay? Being in this area or in this home situation, this is an indoors type of a king. He's on his throne. He's assessing situation with a very discerning eye, okay? And so I feel like for many of you, I'm sensing that love has left you very, very jaded, okay? And I do feel for many of you, I see this energy about many of you burying yourself in work, and that's why your work life and your finances is going so swimmingly well. You resorted to overworking or just working so that you don't have to feel, okay? Numbing yourself, self-medication through work. And when you revert to this space where things are logical, where things make sense, it makes life a lot easier to deal with, okay? Because the realm of emotion for an Aquarius is really, really messy. All the emotional questions are constantly open-ended. You know, how does she feel about me? No one knows. How does he feel about me? No one knows. So the realm of emotion for you, it's not easy for you to navigate. And so you like ideas because ideas are easy to understand. Okay, there's a concept, there's proof, there's evidence to support these concepts or these ideas. And so everything makes sense. But emotions are, you know, by nature, they're not supposed to be rational. And so that's an area where I feel like a lot of people, Aquarius people, fumble. The need to know, the need to understand emotions in a way that is not supposed to be rational or logical or even possible. And so there was a situation here. I feel like a relationship partner has left you very, very jaded, okay? And I feel that you really dove deep with this person. This is a deep dive here. Ace of Cups, okay? Someone has evoked feelings in you that you haven't felt in a very long time, okay? This is somebody that once upon a time you really trusted and you gave them 100%. You love this person with total abandon. And I feel that this is kind of like I want to say this is like the love of a lifetime, where you used it, or you used this person as the standard, and you measure everything else and everybody else who came after. You measure all the other people against this person. So this is like your gold standard. This is like your barometer of who's a good partner, who's a good girlfriend, who's a good boyfriend. Let's say if this person's name is Dave, okay? Every date that you go on, you're going to be like, well, Dave always opened the door for me. Or Dave always remembers my birthday. Or Dave always, plan dates, okay? So this person had really, really stunning qualities about them. And I feel as if it was really hard for you to recover from this breakup. And it potentially was very difficult for you to feel like you can love with this total abandonment, like you did in the past with whoever that was, Dave, okay? And so I feel as if you're measuring a lot of people against this person to make sure that they make the cut, or to make sure that so that you can recapture, not because you're stuck on this person, but I feel that so that you can recapture, so that you can kind of like keep yourself on point, and to keep yourself on the straight and narrow about who's a good person. So if the next person doesn't exhibit these really good qualities that you've seen in this person, you might not give them the time of day. So it's not that you're stuck on a person. It's that this person had really good, legitimate qualities that you want to find in other people. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel that in the past, it might have been reversed. You might have been stuck on this person in the past, and you wanted to date other people to recapture the feelings you had for this person, or to recapture this person. But I feel like you're in the process where you're letting go, and while you still care about this person and look up to this person, you have smartened up, you have become very realistic about love and expectations, and about what you want and versus what you need. And so I'm not trying to be patronizing about this at all, okay? Aquarius, I feel that you're living your love life with a healthy dose of romanticism, but also realism, which is a good balance, right? Because it takes both in order to make a relationship work. And it takes a healthy dose of reality and romanticism for a relationship to really thrive. And I feel that's where we are now. The Six of Cups, this is all about, like infatuation, those feelings that are very naive, but that are also very pure. But when the rubber hits the road, in the daily trials and tribulations of a relationship, there's, a lot of stressors that could really hurt or hinder a relationship. Children, the stress with work, the stress with promotion, health issues even, all the time constraints that we have during the day. So like, while this passion and this, puppy love, it's very pure and it's really stimulating, the reality is we need a lot of compatibility and common ground and mutual understanding and friendship in order for a relationship to work, right? So this passion is great and it's exciting. But then I also feel like with this Two of Cups, at the end of the day, we want somebody who we can come home to and build a life with, right? So I feel that you're becoming a lot more realistic when it comes to your love and your love life and your expectations, okay?